Let's turn a halter top into a dress. Welcome back to my channel. So this is a part 2 where we're now going to change this into a dress. If you want to see how to make this top, you can go to the description box below. You're going to find the video link to the tutorial. So I would suggest you go start with that one to get here and then come here and continue to make the dress, because I'm not going to repeat the steps at the top here. They're exactly the same. So go to the video one, which is in my description box, to make this top up to this point. Then we're going to continue. Now we're going to need extra measurements for the dress. Okay. We have the bust, which we're done with. We have the sleeves, we're done with that part, we're not going back. We have our length, which goes all the way to the mid-reef. Now what we want is to turn this into a length of a dress. So we're going to need that length from the waist to wherever we want it to be. So we need that length, which in my case would be dress length will be 22 inches. Okay, I'm short, so, and I want it to be short and sexy, and it's gonna have a slit. That's what the dress is gonna have. Then you're gonna need your measurement E, your hip measurement. My hip measurement is 38. Okay, so it's, and we're going to divide by 2, so that will be 19. Just okay, so let me just say something. As you can see, my bust and my hip measurements are less than 1 inch. Okay, they're less than 1 inch. So I am not going to increase for my hips, because I want the dress to be sexy and tight. So I'm not going to increase. And if your measurements are the difference in your measurements between your bust and hip are like less than 4 inches, don't increase, because that's what's going to create the sexiness of the dress. The other thing I'm not going to do as well is decrease for the waist. That's why I don't have a waist measurement. If you want to decrease for the waist, just use a smaller hook. So I'm using a 4 millimeter. I would say go with a 3.5 millimeter and work the waist with exactly same stitches to the size of half of your sleeve measurement. So it's going to be, in this case, I would say 7 inches. But I'm also not going to do that. I'm okay with how this is going to turn out. Trust me, trust the process. So if your measurements are not so different, I would advise you like 4 inches or less. I'm going to advise you not to increase or decrease. Let's just continue working the dress and you will see exactly what I'm talking about when we're done. Okay, so if you have to increase for the hips, just change your hook size. Okay, that's your first option. Change your hook size to 1 millimeter higher than the hooks that you're using. So if you're using a 4 millimeter, then use a 5 millimeter. This should work for most body types. If that won't work, then you have to do an increase. So you're going to work your waist, which is half of your sleeve. Then you will increase a couple of rows. You're going to increase every second row 3 times to get to the size, and then you stop increasing. But changing the hook size should get you a wider hip, and changing the hook size to a smaller hook will get you a smaller waist. So to turn this into a dress, I'm going to work it in parts again. I'm not going to work in a round, because I want to keep this stitching so that it's uniform, and then also it will be easier to make the slit. So we're still going to work with the same number of stitches. I'll work the front, then I'll work the back. So what you do is you can see your first stitch here. Remember, this is your joint stitches. So on your first stitch, you take your yarn and you join your yarn there. And our last row was a double crochet row, so we're going to start with a crossed double crochet row. So we're going to chain 3. So what I'm going to do here is, our very last row was a double crochet row, not a cross double crochet row, so we're going to continue with the cross double crochet row to keep with the pattern. So I'm going to join my yarn in the first stitch and then chain 3. I'm going to carry this yarn to save me some weaving ends drama, and then continue with the cross double crochet. Continue with the crossed double crochet until you get to the last stitch of this side, of the one side, and I'm going to see you when I get to that stitch. Okay, so I'm halfway my project. You see that one stitch? Okay, you're going to stop here and then work back. You're going to leave this and you'll work it later. So just chain 3 and then turn back. Okay, you work this section later and then work a row of double crochet. So you're going to continue with this one side until you get the length that you want. Okay, and once you get the length, you're going to work the other side. So I'm going to see you when I've worked the one side of the dress, and then so I'm finished with my one side and I have the length that I want. And now I'm just gonna cut this yarn. You may want to leave a longer tail then. Okay, and then we're going to work this side. So this is how it will look like. You can see. If you want those short front, long back things, you can leave it here, but we're going to continue from here. We're going to continue from here and work the other side separately as well. So I'm going to join my yarn on the first stitch of the other piece. So just bear that in mind and make sure you have the same number of stitches. So since this was a double crochet row, we start with a crossed double crochet row. Okay, and we're going to continue until we get halfway through, and I'll see you when I get there. But basically we're doing the same thing we did on the other side, just alternating, no increasing, no decreasing. If you changed the hook size for the waist, remember to do that as well, and the number of rows that you changed your hook on. And I will see you at the end of the row. So when you get to the end of the row, you will just place a double crochet in the very last stitch. So basically you're just going to work the same number of rows that you've worked on the one side. I have worked, I think, about 24. So I'm just going to do the same here, and then we're going to come back and join the bottom. So I'll see you when I'm done. Okay, so now I'm done with my dress. Both sides are the same. Okay. So make sure your work is inside out, like this. And we're going to join the side. So you're going to measure whatever. Okay, you're going to measure whatever length you want for your slit. So you can leave it like this as a top, or you can close it up a little bit to create the dress and measure the slit. So I want my slit to be like really high up there. So this is where I'm going to put my slit. That's 7 inches. So 6, 8, 10, 12, 13. Okay, so that's where my slit is gonna go. I'm just gonna put a stitch marker here. And I'll do the same for the other side. Okay. There. This is where I'm going to put my stitch marker. And then what I'm going to do is we're going to join that section only and leave the slit open. So I'm joining the yarn here where I had the previous joint. Make a slip knot and pull through, then chain 1, and we're going to join the same way we join the top. If you don't know, this is how we did it. You're going to insert on the opposite side, pull through, chain 1 and pull through, and then go to the other side, pull through, chain 1, and repeat in the same space. So you're going to be putting 2 stitches per row. Okay, the reason is to just close it up nicely. So you're going to do that on one side, come back here. You may have used a different way to join, which is fine. Just make sure that it's exactly the same what you used at the top. Okay, I'm going to see you at the end when I'm done, and I'll see you when I'm done closing this one side up. So what we're going to do here, from the corner we're going to work a round of single crochet from there to there, and then picot stitch all the way back to match the top part of the dress. So I've joined my yarn, and then I'm going to go to the corner and just slip through. I hate it when that happens. Slip through, and then chain 1, and then 2 single crochets in each row. Okay, 2 single crochets in each row. I'm now at the end, so I do 2 in the space and then just work a final slip stitch at the top, at the corner, so that it's even. Then you're going to chain 3, 1 2 3, turn your work, then single crochet at the base of the chain where you did your single crochet, skip the next stitch, go into the next stitch, single crochet, and then chain 3 and then single crochet at the base of the chain, skip 1 into the next stitch, single crochet, chain 3 and then single crochet at the base of the stitch, skip 1, single crochet in the next stitch, chain 3 and then single crochet at the base of a stitch, and continue until you reach the end on the other side. So continue until you reach the end on the other side, and once you're done, repeat on the other side of your dress, join it together, do the picot stitch, and you're done. So that's it. If you like the tutorial, don't forget to subscribe and turn on post notifications. Until next time.